Hey guys, how are y'all doing today?
Howdy.
Will you let me know if we are live, if it's 5x5 or not? Real quick. Let me pull this back up. Hold on one second. Okay. Can you guys hear us okay though? And make sure that you guys are in live chat and not top chat. Just a little friendly reminder because I keep forgetting myself. Okay, we're 5x5. Good.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so first things first. Yeah, I'm wearing a little scarf. It's cute. Here in Texas today.
Blue for boy, pink for girl, two sexes only.
Yeah, there. Yeah, just a little friendly reminder out there. Yeah, here in Texas, it was 107 about 2 hours ago. I think it might be about maybe 105 now. It's still up there pretty high, and we have no AC or anything, so I've got a fan going. I'm hoping that's not interrupting the mic. I think it's fine. And we got these things that we cooled, put them in the freezer for a little bit and stuff, and wrapped them around us because, like, my hair is just sticking to my neck and everything. My makeup is all sweating off. It's bad, but we love these Thursdays. We love to talk to you guys and everything, and so we figured, you know what? We'll just we'll just push on through our discomfort and stuff. I was gonna come out here in a bathing suit, or
Or me topless.
but
I don't think anybody wants to see
but
that.
I wasn't sure how YouTube would feel about that kind of stuff either. So I was like, well, let's just figure out what we can do. But if you even want to think about doing a pants check, we are not wearing pants.
No,
we're wearing short.
pants, for sure.
We're wearing short pants. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but
I'm not naked below. It's just
no, yeah, we do have. They're
make
just
that
short.
perfectly clear.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Otherwise people might not know.
I have a feeling like Tucker Carlson or some of the other, like they got the suit and tie and then boxers.
I imagine sometimes, especially when they were doing it like from home and stuff,
Right.
when they weren't in the studios and stuff. And actually, I had seen videos of some different news anchors and stuff getting caught because they didn't realize that they were on, like when they were doing a Zoom or something, or when they were rolling and stuff like that, and they had gotten up and you could see their boxers and things like that. Yeah, that was really funny stuff going on there. But let's see who's here today. Kevin Ramsey was first in the house. Thank you very much. We've got Michael G, Outlaw Farms, Papa's Farm, Nostradamus, Katrinka, Joni Friels, Coffee First. Thank you, Coffee First, and Kevin Ramsey for being in here and for moderating
Thank
for
you
us.
very much. We appreciate your work.
Frank Shorts. Did I say Oki-Khan? I can't remember, but
Wonky about my mic.
I'm sorry. What's that?
Somebody
Oh,
said something's wonky about my mic.
his mic.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Uh,
That help any? Oh, it says
oh,
mic.
it has an echo. I don't know why it would have an echo because we don't have anything else playing.
Echo, echo, echo.
Like we don't have another volume on,
Should I
so
move it
that's
a little
really
bit further
weird.
away from me or something?
Maybe try that a little bit and see. But you'll probably. Oh wait, hold on. Let me.
Are we having technical difficulties?
Yeah, we're always having technical difficulties. Don't you know that?
Oh, yeah.
It's what makes it.
Somebody says it might be the fan.
That might be, but now they're. Actually, yeah, that might be the fan noise or something that you're hearing.
White and blue, is that?
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Can you hear through this mic, you guys, though? Because it keeps going blue and white, but it won't stay on blue. If worse comes to worse, I'll take them off like last time, but we really need to upgrade our mics. That's a definite thing.
Payday.
Yeah, just try that and see if that happens, but if that works. Okay, who else is in here? Bamagen, Minuteman, hey, how are you? Now, I'm echoing. What the crap is going on? You know what? I'm going to take these off real quick and not use the mic. Let me know if it works better that way. Okay. Can you guys hear us now? Okay. I might have to just speak a little bit louder to make sure that it can hear us. But are we 5 by 5 now? You speak.
Hello. Echo, echo.
Are we doing okay now?
Sound check,
You can
sound
hear us?
check.
Okay,
Testing.
good. Okay, good.
Very low, it says.
It's very low?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll try to speak
Enunciate
louder
and
and
project.
stuff like that. Yeah. Let us know if there's a major problem or something like that. But we'll try to just talk a
Somebody
little
else is
bit
saying
louder.
5 by 5. Yeah, come payday, that needs to be one of our first purchases.
Yeah, I think we'll that and maybe getting the webcam and getting it set up to the computer, and then that way we can do StreamYard easier and stuff like that too. Because I was going to use StreamYard today to go through this, but I decided just to use YouTube because I hadn't practiced it and prepared it and didn't know, how to turn it on and the button. So I figured, I didn't want to mess with anything new today.
And being on a fixed income, all my money comes in at the first of the month.
Yeah, so
Since
unfortunately.
long-term disability cut us off.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer or when or anything like that. Plus,
They're-
we're trying to get this house, so
They're paying
But-
me, and then they're taking it out because they said they overpaid me in the past.
yeah, which is so stupid because, well, then that's their fault. They overpaid. Why on earth would they just start taking it out and saying that they overpaid? I don't understand that one bit.
Well,
but
they say because I was planned ahead enough where I'm drawing Social Security and long-term that I can't get paid as much long-term because I'm making Social Security. But if I wasn't on Social Security, I'd get the full amount, and I paid in for the coverage, so I just don't.
yeah, I don't understand how that works. Because he paid for the long-term insurance through his work and in the short-term and stuff. So he got the short-term, got on long-term, and then all of a sudden, because he got Social Security too, they cut that back and said they overpaid because they didn't realize he was getting that. Well, I don't understand what one has to do with the other. It shouldn't have anything to do with this.
Through
But
my
that's
work, the
just
company-
insurance companies are just they're out for their own, and
Yeah, it's
they,
like through my business company, short-term the company paid for, but long-term I had to elect and pay for.
yeah. So that's what it makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. So unfortunately, because of that, and because we're trying to move and dealing with all this stuff, but anyway, so hopefully on the first of the month we will get that situated and it'll be all good and we won't have any problems. Although I have seen people that have like $100 mics have mic issues, so I don't know. I can't say there won't ever be any technical issues because
Everything breaks eventually.
and internet, Wi-Fi, YouTube, all of it's kind of screwy where it's a mess sometimes. But anyway, it's enough jibber jabbering here. Hey, Always Survive, good to see you. Radio Prepper, hey, good to see you. Mary Miles, good to see you. We've been sitting here running our mouths and we got all these people coming in that I didn't even notice. I'm so sorry.
Bad.
I know, I need to start paying more attention to chat, but that's another reason why I want to get the webcam for the computer and then the mic too, because then I can talk to and see the chat at the same time.
Yep.
I kind of feel weird not talking to the camera and just keep my head turned and looking at chat because it's kind of, I don't know, it's confusing to do that too, but we're still kind of new at this, so we're getting the hang of it. So, but I'm so glad that you guys are all here. You guys make our day, our night, our day, everything just so much better when you guys are here and we can talk to you guys. I appreciate it so
Your
much.
left service is very late now. We just been gossiping.
You're right on time. It's okay, because yeah, we haven't really talked about anything. But as you can see from the thumbnail and from the description, we are going to be talking about natural disasters and things like that.
Bama Jen says he's ready to come on with us whenever we're ready.
Okay, yeah. I want to get that good mic set up and stuff. We might be able to do it before then. I will message you, Bamagen, and we'll see and come up with a time that will work good for us and stuff.
Yeah, we'd like
and
to do that.
something.
Do that
I
ASAP.
also want to just start being able to bring people up that just want to come up and share something because
I think that'd be cool.
everybody's got something that they can share, whether they have a channel or they don't have a channel. It doesn't matter. You've got information that might help someone else. We're not the know-it-all, be-all, end-all, be-all of anything.
Not even close.
So, you guys might have some more information that might help some people out there and stuff too. So we definitely want to get this as a community going and get everybody kind of together and stuff like that.
Just like the other night, somebody said that Midway had primers,
Uh-huh.
which I haven't researched it yet, but I'm starting to think that maybe I should get into reloading.
Yeah, definitely. Probably pricey, but so is buying ammo.
Well,
so.
you know, setting up at first would be expensive getting the machines, but it can save so much money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so first I'm gonna just tell a couple little stories here. I know the thumbnail was a tornado, but we're gonna kind of talk about natural disasters everywhere. There are some places that aren't as prone to tornadoes as other places. Some they're very prone to. I think hurricane season is coming around pretty soon too, so that's something too. I know like California gets earthquakes really bad. You've got like up in the northern states get bad blizzards and things like that, which we don't have to worry about that at this moment, but now is the time to get ready for that. You need to get ready for things before it's that type of season and stuff like that, really. Like right now it's getting close to hurricane season, so right now you better make sure you have what you need and a plan and things like that.
I had a housemate once, he was from California, and he says earthquakes didn't bother him, but tornadoes scared the heck out of him.
Yeah, Dad goes right into my little story. I think I've said this before on here. I was young. I was in middle school probably because we hadn't moved into our house yet when I was a child. So we were still living in a trailer park in Michigan. Okay, which is not known to have a lot of tornadoes and stuff. It's not like it's on Tornado Alley or anything like that.
Like Texas.
Yeah, Texas or Oklahoma. But my dad was an RN at the hospital, and he was at work, and we had really bad weather coming through. And my stepmom, she called him up at the hospital and said, what should we do? And he's like, well, get in the car and come over here to the hospital because obviously it's safer there and stuff. She's like, I don't think that we have time to do something like that. And he's like, okay, we'll get, the kids together and your stuff and, camp out like in the living room or something, which is what we did. Thank God nothing happened to our trailer. We heard the winds. I remember barely, not a lot about it. I do remember afterwards though. After it was all over and we went outside, it was like surreal. I mean, there were literal trees on top of trailers right in the, like just smash dab over them. Trailers were gone off of their cement. They were just gone. They had flung up. I mean, honestly, in a tornado, one of the worst places you can be is in a trailer. And I firmly believe that God had his hands on us for reasons because, I have something special to do. There's some reason why he let us be okay because there were a lot of people were injured, a lot of people killed, a lot of people lost their homes and everything in that instance. And nothing, our trailer was completely untouched. Not even a branch had fallen into it. No windows broken, nothing. It was a miracle, if anything, I had seen. My family was not preppers at that time, so we weren't really super prepared. We did have like candles. I do remember that kind of thing. I think it was just something like my stepmom liked candles and stuff, like a lot of women do and stuff, so they get them for those kind of reasons. We had those, and we did have a few flashlights. But like I said, I was kind of a kid at the time, so I don't remember a lot about how long we went without. I don't actually know if we actually went without power at that time or not. Or I think probably for a very short period of time. Later on in my life, when I was an adult, I moved to Florida, and I was there for a year and left because I went through Hurricane Jean and Francis right after each other. So, and you know what? Still, did I decide to prep at that time? No. And after going through those hurricanes, we were without power for like 2 months straight. There was nothing at the grocery stores or anything. I mean, it was really, really rough times for us. And did that make me start prepping? No. Nope, it didn't, because I'm stubborn. I didn't want to prep. I don't know.
Can you say hard-headed?
I'm very hard-headed, and I was like, oh, there's still no reason to prep and everything. And I think I've said this before too. The reason I actually started prepping was after COVID hit. So, better late than never.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've been through some horrible stuff, horrible storms. So I do understand what it's like. So here's some questions for you guys. Let's say there is a tornado, and the problem with tornadoes too, which you guys know, is you don't get a lot of warning for it. I mean, you might
Not
have
like
a
a
little,
hurricane.
yeah, you might have a little bit of time. Like there might be, I don't remember which is what, the watch or the warning or whatever, but one of them
Watch
comes first, I think, and then a warning if it's
Conditions
been
are-
spotted. Yeah. So you have a little time at that point if you think you need to do something. Do you guys, what would happen if, say like you lived in a house and everything was gone, your preps, everything got demolished from that, or from a fire or something like that? What would you do? You just lost earthquake. You've just lost all of your preps. You have your life. Thank God for that. Your kids, your family are fine. But now you have absolutely no preps. Hopefully you have insurance, which will cover things, but you still have to go back and replenish and do everything again that you've probably spent years on doing. So what are you guys gonna do? Well, I have a little suggestion to do ahead of time, maybe. Make sure you don't have all your preps in one spot. Make sure you have like caches.
I think it's cachet.
You guys know what I mean. At different, I'm hot. I'm getting overheated over here. So at different places and locations, so that you can go to those. At least you'll have something. Another thing, this has pros and cons. A lot of people are against getting a storage unit. I'm not quite against it, provided it's in a place where you think you'll be able to get to no problem. You don't want to make it on like a really busy road or in a busy city or something. You might want it like on your way out of town or something, where you can go and just grab your stuff as you're bugging out or something like that. That's probably the best way to have one, but that way you're not losing all of your stuff if something were to happen. You have it set up in different places. Maybe even if you have a mag, and you guys decide somebody keeps and you split things up between the group, and that way if something happens at one place, you're not gonna lose everything that you guys have worked so hard to get and accumulate.
But and also goes to the mindset that don't let setbacks destroy you. You've always got to pick up, one foot at a time. 1,000-mile journey begins with one footstep. And if you get a setback, just pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and continue prepping.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Don't ever let it get you down. Let's see what some people in chat are saying. Hey Pilgrim Proper, good to see you. Coffee first. I don't have a second location, no family either. Yeah, that's, well, you know what? We're your family.
Yeah.
I know that you're up there a ways away from us, but I feel like all of you guys here are family, and I hope if something pops off and it gets bad or something, I'm hoping that somehow we can all still get in touch and help each other and stuff like that. That's what my ultimate goal is. And honestly, that's what my ultimate goal of this channel is just to have a place where we can talk, get to know each other and stuff, and then even afterwards, we already know each other. You know what I'm saying? So we can all help each other and work together and stuff.
Cry on each other's shoulders, complain, vent, and then help each other out.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what else those people said in here. Let me go back and just look at chat for a minute.
Yeah, somebody was saying something about tornadoes in '74. I don't know if any of you have heard of Terrible Tuesday in Texas, when they had massive tornadoes one Tuesday night. It devastated Wichita Falls and Lawton, Oklahoma.
This thing off my Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they don't have any family close by and no secondary location. Um, okay, my opinion and stuff, but I do think that maybe it's a good idea to find some type of secondary location, or like I said, just you can make simple caches and like bury them in grounds and stuff. I know most
lose 'em,
people,
though.
yeah, make sure you know where they're at so you can find them when you need them.
Unfortunately, I'll go, I'm gonna put this here so I can find it later, and then later I'm going, where did I put it?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's really bad at that, forgetting different things like that. So we'd have to have like a map and like a big X on it. This marks the spot where it's at. But
Need code.
yeah, you can get those little storage unit things, like really small ones, for not a whole lot of money a month. Maybe that's a good idea if you can find one that's not in a big city, that's kind of out of the way. I know most people say that they're gonna bunker in. They don't really want to bug out. We're
Bunker
kind
down.
of, we're kind of the same way. But in the world of prepping, it's always good to have a backup plan for your, have a backup plan and have a backup plan to your backup plan. And I mean, there's just so many things that could happen that you can't possibly prepare or think about it all at one time. I mean, plus, you might think, oh, well, this is what's going to happen. And then, no, that doesn't happen. This other thing actually happens.
A perfect
so
plan
you're,
only works until it's not. And then you gotta know when to change course.
Yeah, so it's always a good idea. And right now, I feel is the best time to figure these things out. That's why we're doing this, to give you some ideas and stuff. And you guys that are watching later after the live and stuff, leave some comments too for your ideas and different things, because we can help each other out and stuff. So make sure to leave some comments, and everybody in chat, just leave some ideas for some people about what
And I'm
to
sure
do. And
most, if not all of you, heard the saying, people fail to plan to fail.
yeah, and I know, like I was talking about a tornado or something, and with a trailer and stuff, and I know a lot of people do live in trailers, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you have some kind of a storm shelter, or you have a plan to go somewhere. But if you don't, just don't feel like that's the end. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can get out of the circumstance where they're in, and maybe they like their property, their land, or whatever they're at, because
Right.
we were looking at some trailers on some land, actually, and some of them were like really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Just don't know if VA would qualify for some of them or not. That's kind of the problem that we're
That's
having.
we're between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, but just
We'll figure
always
something out.
know what's a possibility and what could happen. Like, you guys maybe do some wargaming yourselves or something, if you've got a family, like a spouse or kids or something, that maybe make it a game for your kids too. And there's this card game. What is that card game called? I would put you on the spot, wouldn't I?
I'll probably remember after this is over.
I can't remember. We're gonna get it, actually. I can't remember what it was called now. I know I've seen it some other places, and some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. It's got like different scenarios on there and stuff, and like what you would do and stuff like that. Maybe get something like that and play it with your kids and stuff, and get them involved in prepping too. I know it's hard because I've got 2 kids, and mine just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. Although some of the stuff, they're like kind of cool. Like for Christmas, we got
I got
he got the whole family some gas masks, and I could not believe this. My 13-year-old son, his face lit up, and he got a big smile on his face, and he's like, "Oh wow!" Like, he was actually excited about that.
Conflicted,
Oh yeah, conflicted. Yeah, that's something that we want to get to, so that maybe we can go do some of those on our lives and stuff like that. Man, I look so awful. My hair is sweating. Everything's, oh, this is so horrible. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I couldn't believe that he was actually excited about something like that, because that's just not. They seem to not really care about it too much, and until like they need something, and they're like, well, can I get this from the stock room and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And I try to tell them all the time why we do these things. I think sometimes they think we're a little bit crazy, but you know what? Parents aren't crazy, I guess, to their kids. So
Paradise Acres is he's watched a tornado go by, terrifying, but never thought to run. Yeah, it's kind of like
hey, Maine Prepper, good to see you. JRC Homestead, hi.
one
Miss
time-
Sharon, hi.
when I was living in the same town my mom was, and there was a tornado warning, and she called over there and said, "Get in your bathtub, pull a mattress or something over on top of you." And I said, "Okay, Mom." And I poured myself up Jack Daniels, a Coke, grabbed a pack of cigarettes, went out on the front porch and watched the little show.
Some people are just crazy.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's just the storms that I've been in when I was younger kind of have scared me a little bit. Like, I don't even like thunder and lightning, especially big lightning or big thunder crashes. I don't like that at all. So, and we've had quite a few storms over here. Nothing too serious or anything so far. We're hoping to get out of here before hurricane season starts because we were here last year. There wasn't one down here in Houston. So I'm thinking it's probably time this year. So we're hoping to get out of here before that happens.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, because that's the nice thing about hurricanes. Well, there isn't anything nice about them except you have warning. You know, like
Unless
can
they make a turn last minute, like
this okay, this happened to me too. I moved from from Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida, to Louisiana. Okay, I was down in crap, I can't remember what city it was. Anyway, it was down south, kind of by Beaumont in Texas. It was like on the other side, really
Lake
close.
Charles?
Lake Charles, that's it. Moved there because my mom was there, and I was pregnant with my 17-year-old daughter. So I'm over there for just a couple of months and stuff, and then there was a hurricane. It was right after Katrina had hit, and then shortly after there was a Rita. What happened was the Rita was actually supposed to hit the Houston, Beaumont, somewhere over there in that area. Well, in the middle of the night, it turned. My mom came to my apartment, and I was like, "Are you ready to go to the doctor?" Because I had a doctor's appointment. She's like, "I don't think you're going to the doctor." And I'm like, "Why not?" She's like, "Because we have to evacuate because the hurricane has just moved over here." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah, it's gonna hit us straight on." I was like, I just left Florida and had been through 2 hurricanes. So now I'm like, seriously, they're following me or something. So we went over there, and the only reason I even evacuated though was because I was 7 months pregnant or 8 months pregnant at the time. I was like, otherwise I would have stayed, but she was worried that there wouldn't be any doctors or anything like that to help me and stuff. I wouldn't be able to call 911 and stuff. So I was like, okay. So we left, and we went up north a little bit to Church Point, which is where she was originally from. We went up there and stayed, and sure enough, I went into labor while I was there. So I had to go to a completely different hospital and everything. And the day that they let me leave from the hospital was the day that they were opening it back up and letting us back down to Lake Charles. So I went back down there. So I've been through a lot of stuff, like, because that one wasn't even supposed to hit us, and it wound up just turning in the middle of the night and coming right straight forward to us, and it left a lot of destruction too. It was pretty bad too.
JRC Homestead was asking if we had a water baba.
No, I don't, but I do plan on getting that pretty soon. We have a pool and a hot tub outdoors that are like above ground that don't work or anything. I do have those for non-potable water that I use. Like, I had to use the hot tub when we had that water issue a while ago, and we didn't have water and stuff for a while.
Flushing toilets.
Yeah, we had to use that. I do have a bunch of bottled water and stuff like that though. And I do have a Berkey and a zero water filter and stuff too.
Yeah, like frequently whenever you use up a gallon jug of milk, I'll rinse it out and put some non-potable water in it.
Yeah, we have a bunch of that actually saved up and
stored
stuff.
away.
And yeah, so but that is a good idea for anyone that doesn't have a Bob or something like that.
Those work really good.
It was
to
just
keep going
recently
down.
you told me what that was.
Yeah, he didn't even know what one
I
was.
knew
well,
of it, but I didn't know what it's called.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that a couple weeks ago, I think,
Oh,
or something, or
so
less than
more
that, like
recent
a
than
week
that.
ago or something. Yeah, so I do know what storms are like and what storms can do. But
Not
my
being-
biggest fear from a storm actually right now would be, like I had said, losing all of your preps. I mean,
Me
If-
working 40 plus years outside, I've gotten where I can kind of tell what the weather's going to do sometimes better than the weather may think.
yeah. Oh, hey, Rabbit Coyote, good to see you. Let me jump into chat here for a few minutes and see what is going on in here, because I've kind of been running my mouth a whole lot. Hey, Tiger, good to see you. Outlaw Farms, she had to go get her mom's cat out in a hurricane because the cat was sitting in a field. I'm laughing at that. It's funny because when I was in Louisiana and we were leaving for the hurricane and stuff, we there was a cat that found us or whatever and came up to us. I didn't know whose it was and stuff, so I kind of kept it and adopted it at that time. So it was like during a hurricane, I wound up getting me a cat too.
And you're not generally a cat lover.
I'm not a cat person, but you know, it was. I don't know why stray cats seem to come and find us all the time. I mean, that was like I had that one cat, and then we've had 2 other stray cats that came up to it, or maybe even more than that.
I've had stray animals of all kinds and people.
Stray people coming up to you.
Oh yeah, that's why before my Rambo nickname was. Before that, the guys that worked different jobs called me the Good Samaritan.
Cool. Papa's Farm, you're doing a live tonight, right? So after our live, you guys, I'll go over there to Papa's Farm and give him some support.
He's
And
a
Mods,
good dude.
yeah, he's a good guy. And Mods, make sure if you could please
Drop the link.
the links for the different channels.
It'd be much appreciated.
In there, yeah, we'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's see what else.
Yeah, somebody says Chinese restaurant across the street from No Stray Cats here.
Oh, I just caught the glimpse of that when I was scrolling up and stuff. That's what it said.
Well, when I was TDY to Turkey, I used to go to this kitchen off the flat line and had shish kebab every day. I don't know what kind of meat it was made of, and I didn't ask.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That might have been cats.
But it tasted real good.
Yes, you guys, make sure you are in live chat, not top chat. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about this stuff? Oh, Always Survive. You gonna do a live tomorrow night? What time? So I want to make sure that I catch that. Hey, Lord Eagle, good to see you.
You're welcome, Poppy Farm. We enjoy watching you.
Yes, yes. We need to help each other and
Help
support
support
each
everybody.
other, and we've all got so many different ideas, and we've all actually got different ways of presenting information too. And I know that, like, Papa's Farm is so calm and chill, and it's just awesome just to listen to him talk and stuff. And sometimes I get like really worked up and get excited and stuff, but
Outlaw
it's really
Farm
nice.
says they're starting the VA loan process. We can't get approved. Just keep plugging away. We for so long we were denied, not approved. Just keep working on it. You'll get there.
Yeah, it takes time sometimes. Unfortunately, people don't. What they're hoping is that you'll quit,
Yeah.
so that you don't.
Well, it's kind of like my disability benefits.
Mhm.
deny, delay, and hope you die.
Well, it's
But they don't
yeah.
understand. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I never give
Well,
up.
see, a lot of people do. They're like, okay, this is too much work or whatever,
Uh-huh.
so they're not gonna go through with it and stuff. And they're like, okay, fine, I'm not dealing with this or whatever.
I'm like
but
a
it's
pit bull.
worth
I
it.
don't
You
give
just
up.
keep going and keep harassing them, and pretty soon, you know, you'll get there.
Sometimes I want to give up, but no, that's just not in me.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you guys. I'm like so hot right now. Oh.
You gonna stick it in the freezer for a minute?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
We got about half an hour more. So, what else did you want to talk about with this? Anything else about this, or did you want to talk about something else that you had kind of mentioned, or did you forget now?
Are you talking about the bug out things or what? Or are you talking about current events?
I don't know. There was just something that you had mentioned or something. I said maybe we could do it after we talk about some stuff.
Well,
with
when
this. Or well, first, and does anybody have any other ideas that could help in weather, you know, natural disaster situations and stuff like that? I didn't really talk about like bugging out or bunkering in during these circumstances. Like with hurricanes, that's definitely up to each individual what they do, and just listen to what they're telling you, what they recommend you do. Don't, you know, I mean, if it's a Category 5 storm, I would probably bug out, you know, or go to a hotel or something. When I say bug out, it doesn't have to be out in the woods.
Yeah.
It could be just go stay at a hotel or something like that,
Well,
just away from your house. But
well,
because also hurricanes will and can spawn multiple tornadoes too, which is another added bad thing to it too.
Terrible Tuesday, I think it was like 3 tornadoes that came together and made a super tornado.
Yeah, that's some really scary stuff when
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
My query was, and it would be something.
So the 365-acre nudist colony is still for sale down the road from. Just saying.
Hey, sounds good to me. But they pay for me to keep the clothes on.
I don't know if you guys were all, oh, hey, Janice Hackler, good to see you. I don't know if everybody was in here when we're talking about the weather and stuff right now, but yeah, it was 107 degrees today. I think it's about 105 right now, and we don't have air conditioning. We just got fans. I've got a window unit in the bedroom, but that's about it. And so, yeah, so I'm like kind of melting over here and stuff. Kevin Ramsey was talking about how it was so hot over there in Kentucky. It was 90 degrees, and I'm like, with humidity, and I'm like, I think I beat you on that one. It's 107 down here, so.
And plus
yeah.
whatever humidity we have.
Oh yeah, so it's pretty bad right now.
But my question was, would be very limited scenario.
Well, that's a good idea no matter what, VR
that?
Lab Girl, but when you have a tornado watch, put on good sturdy shoes, no flip-flops.
Oh,
The wind
definitely.
can rip them off your feet.
Plus all the debris on the
I
ground.
don't wear flip-flops very often at all unless I'm going to like the pool or a beach or something like that. I'm always in tennis shoes in the summertime, and in the winter I'm either in tennis shoes
Or at least sandals.
or boots. Well, something with a strap, but I prefer whenever. This is the crazy thing. I'm a woman, don't have a lot of shoes. All my shoes are like tennis shoes or hiking boots type thing or something like that, because I don't wear heels. I don't wear sandals very often, because whenever I'm out, I like to be able to run if I have to. This is another good little PSA announcement, is to always be situationally aware wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Just be really aware of your surroundings. We went to the grocery store the other day, and there were people like walking right in front of us, not stopping or anything, just walking across, down, looking at their phones again as they're walking across. And I'm like, oh my gosh, people, please, could you? I mean, I did a video about that like a while ago when we first started the channel and stuff, and it seems like it's getting worse. People just don't notice anything that's going on around them, and that is so dangerous, especially for women. And it's mostly women that are in their phones like that, looking down and stuff. So.
Well, it's kind of like when I lost my phone for a little bit. It was kind of nice not having to be connected 24/7.
Yeah, it's a nice thing too. if you guys can, I suggest maybe taking a weekend or something like that. Just turn off all your devices. Get away from YouTube. Get away from the news. Get away from your phones if you can. I mean, I understand if you've got kids and you need to keep in contact or whatever, but you know, just kind of try to turn all the devices off and stuff and just take a break. Go outside, go for a walk, go hiking, go fishing, go, you know, do something like that. Just, and also, sometimes it's good to just turn off your brain from prepping a little bit. I know it's hard for a lot of people because it's not prepping, it's like a way of life. It's what you're so used to, you don't even think about it. You just do. But
Kind of like breathing,
you just do it. But there is such a thing as prepper burnout. And a lot of preppers do go through it. And it's not wrong. It's fine. It happens to everyone. So at that time, just take some time for yourself. You and your significant other, whatever, you know, go have a little mini vacation or something.
Yeah, let's
just
do
get
it.
out of. You know, sometimes you just need to do that, and that is okay. I'm giving you guys permission to do that. Do something for yourself this weekend. I challenge you all to just do a little something for yourself, even if it's for a day, a few hours, or something like that. Just take some time for yourself.
So let's say we're in October, we're going to Tennessee.
Hopefully.
That's the plan. Sometime between now and then, I'm gonna find a place for us to go camping, and when we decide where, we'll let everybody know. If anybody wants to join
Well,
us.
see, I wanted to do a meetup, but the weather, the heat, I mean, if it's 100 degrees already, nobody's going to want to be going out camping in 100-degree weather, even if there is a lake. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's kind of the problem,
Uh-huh.
is that it's just too hot for camping. It got hot quick. So it might have to wait until like fall time to do some type of meetup or something like that. Well,
Well,
we'll
just,
see.
you know, ask the people, would you want to, or you want to wait till it gets cooler?
Yeah, see, I guess I can put up a poll or something and see, you know, what people would want to do, if people
Uh-huh.
would even want to go.
Plus, you know,
But
at work,
we'll-
school, whatever, when they have the time to leave, get it.
Yeah, see, that's so hard to get a lot of people together and different things because everybody's so busy. They got families, they got work, they got this and that, their
Yeah.
homestead and everything. So it just makes
The,
it
the
difficult.
one thing that
stuff,
nobody
but-
ever has enough of is time.
Exactly, and that's one reason why I'm saying just take some time, slow down, just for even if it's two or 4 hours, you know, just take the time. Don't do anything, don't think about anything, just relax.
And you know, life is a journey, and I think when you get to the end of the road and you look back, sometimes you won't regret what you did do. You'll regret what you didn't do.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, what's good? You're buffering Outlaw Farms. Is anybody else buffering out here?
Let's go, Brandon. Wolverines.
Yeah,
Both
Jan-
Beaverines.
Janice said not in the heat. Yeah, that's the problem. Is a lot of people don't like the heat. I mean, I don't like the heat.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Especially when you're camping, because if you're in a tent or something, it gets hot and you can't sleep, and
Oh,
it's
that
like
is true.
miserable. And then you got the bugs flying around you while you're hot and can't sleep. And it's,
During the day, it doesn't bother me, but
Mhm.
then trying to sleep.
yeah, during the day it's not so bad. You can go swimming, you can do whatever. You know, it kind of helps a little bit. But at nighttime is when it gets really bad when you're trying to sleep and you're just so hot you just can't sleep. We've had to take fans with us camping and stuff before. They've helped a little, but unfortunately not a whole lot.
FJB. Beaverines.
It's buffering for you, Janice. I'm sorry. Is it buffering for anyone else?
Beaverines.
Yeah, Frank Short said when he gets prepper burnout or stress, he either goes fishing or camping. Yeah.
Rescue and in between prepping are planning April Texas meetup. We're at Tiger
Yeah,
454.
next year. I talked to Rescue about that too, or something. Or
Oh, yeah?
I think I did Tiger or something and said something about it in April, which we will probably be actually closer because we're looking to move to East Texas. So we'll actually probably be closer. I think we're like a couple hours from Rescue right now.
And
So-
unless we pay a lawyer to
Unless-
be able to move out of Texas.
Yeah, which I don't know. That's going to take so much time.
Yeah, again, time.
I'd be sleeping in the bathtub with cold water. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got spoiled to RV, Janice Hackler. I've never gone RV camping. I would definitely do it if I had an RV or rented one out and stuff. I think that would be great.
Well,
The kids don't like camping because they don't like the bugs, they don't like the heat, that kind of thing.
And if
I
we
think
could-
they would like
If we could
RV
rent
camping.
a big RV, and it's like, well, there's a couch and there's a bed and there's a piece of floor, and everybody crash out and be cool for the night, and then we'll go out in the wilderness.
Well, yeah, that would be a good idea. Or rent one of the cabins out or something.
Uh-huh.
We could just go in there and sleep, and then go out, during the day and do the stuff.
I'll
you know
volunteer to
what I'm saying?
sleep on the floor.
Yeah, we could do something like that. But yeah, Tiger, I definitely need to get a hold of rescue and find out about that. But it's not going to be until next April. So,
Okay.
or this April coming up, but it's a while from now.
Well,
so.
I've got a couple of campsites of mine, and I'll check into how much cabins cost and how many people could actually sleep. Where we would rent a large cabin and everybody can crash in there at night.
Yeah, the thing is I was thinking, even if we're still in Texas, about finding a place like Arkansas or Missouri or something around there, so
Uh-huh.
then that way people that were farther away could go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're going a little farther than what
Well, it's
we
like,
need to,
we went all
but
the
that
way
way
to-
other people
We went all
could,
the way to Tennessee. We can go to Arkansas, and that way we're more
Yeah.
centrally located.
or
everywhere.
even maybe a little bit farther or over. I don't know, but then that way more people would be able to come because they wouldn't have as far to drive. So
Yeah.
that's something we want to definitely think about too, is possibly having it in a different state actually. So we'd have to check into information regarding that. Heat plus hay equals miserable. Livingston State Park. I think I heard of that one. I think I
think it
was
was on my
looking
list.
at it. I think it was on my list. I'm gonna write that down again though. I think that was one of them because I was looking at
I
two
think so.
different places. I think that was one of them on the list.
I was also looking at Tyler State Park.
Okay. Yeah.
Because a little bit further north.
Mhm. Yeah. I'll check that out. All
But
right.
as long as it's not leased from the federal government
Yeah, that's something. I don't know if you guys know this or not.
in Texas.
Well, yeah.
Well,
this
it's
is-
probably everywhere.
I think this is everywhere, actually. If a state park is leased from the federal government, you cannot carry in it. But if it isn't, you can. So, like, if it's just a state park and they're, the state that you're in or whatever, it's their park and stuff, then you can carry. But if it's leased from the federal government, you can't. And all you have to do is do a Google search and say what state parks in whatever state you're in are leased from the federal government, and it'll give you a list of the state parks that are. So those are ones that you actually can't carry firearms into. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
And I think my research, the Tyler Park, and I think the Livingston as well had a outdoor range that was close to the park where everybody could make it.
Yeah, that was something we were looking forward to. Is we were thinking about maybe finding a place that had an outdoor range or something
Nearby.
So nearby, so that we could like go during the day. A group, whoever wanted to go out and go shoot or something like that, we could do that as an activity or something like that too.
Of
So-
course, everybody's going to see you're a better shot than
No, it's not true.
I am.
No.
I mean, not by a whole lot.
You guys are playing tag up in there. To tag, you're it. I'm like, okay, what's going on in here? I missed something. All right. You guys, I know we're not quite at an hour yet. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about real quick? Otherwise, we're
Well,
about 10 minutes short and
What I started to say before, and it's probably a silly question and no basis in reality, but say like if you were close to the coast, or say like a house I was wanting to buy, it was right next to Louisiana and the bayous, and you were in a place where you thought it was not safe. We went up hunker down and like Alamo, fight to the last man. But if you decided you had to bug out and you had two options, some kind of four-wheel drive vehicle or a boat, which would you pick? It's like that house that I wanted to buy.
Well, I mean, it depends. Are you riding a boat like to another state, or you're just on a boat on a lake going from one place to
Well,
another?
the ocean
I mean,
would be
that's
one. But
okay.
like that house that I wanted to buy in Jefferson and
Where
Louisiana
it
Bayou.
was, that's what I was saying, like something like that where you can cut across to another state.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a normal boat, you might be talking about just you're in some little lake and there's not much.
Right. The lake would be, it'd be kind of a waste.
Right.
But the bayous where you can get pretty far in Louisiana on the bayous.
Or like if you're up in Michigan or something, you can get far on like Lake Michigan and stuff. Those lakes are huge, man. They're almost like oceans, especially when you're a kid. Because I grew up there in Michigan. We went to Lake Michigan all the time. To me, as a kid and as a teenager and stuff, it was like, it just seemed to me like it was the ocean and it was just beautiful. But
One person said four-wheel drive, one
you
said
can carry
four-wheel drive
concealed
boat.
in national parks. Yeah,
You
if
can?
it's not owned by the federal government.
Well, I don't know about national parks. I haven't researched national parks. but
Okay.
State parks.
State parks. Okay, it's the state parks then. Okay, yeah. Actually, most of the places that we've stayed at, I think all of them have been state parks. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, with state parks, as long as it's not leased from the federal government, that's something to look out for.
Somebody said, does anybody find it weird that Trump was born on Flag Day and held on his birthday? It's like, I really didn't express it, but I was going, it makes you think.
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
There's supposedly no coincidences.
That's a pretty big coincidence,
Yeah.
if you ask me. Also, I just want to give you guys a reminder to like the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We are trying to reach 500 subscribers by our birthdays in August. And
August
see if
10th
we
and
can-
11th.
Yeah, see if we can do that. So try to get us there, okay? We're at 320 now, so yay.
We're getting there.
We're slowly but surely. So yeah, that's our goal. So if you could do that, and also leave comments too for us, and just doing all that kind of stuff just kind of helps the channel get seen and get pushed out more and stuff. So we really appreciate that.
And we'll be glad to promote anybody else too.
Yeah, definitely. I was just trying to look in the chat real quick and see if there's anything I was missing. Oh, yeah, Radio Pepper said he grew up in Chicago, so every day was at Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, my grandmother grew up in Chicago.
Okay, Outlaw Farms, you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning then. And then everybody after this, if you guys go and go to Papa's Farm channel, he's gonna go live
And we'll
after
see
we're
you there.
done. So yeah, and then we'll see you guys over there. So if there's nothing else, then I guess we'll just end it so I can go and get cooled off for a minute.
Maybe take a cold shower.
Maybe something. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys being here so much, and
We appreciate you.
you have no idea how much we appreciate you. Honestly, we appreciate you guys so much.
And
So
if it
thank you
wasn't for
so
you,
much.
we wouldn't be here.
Yes. So thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful and blessed night, and we'll see you next week or tomorrow morning for some of you guys too.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.